Hey everyone, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would go ahead and update all of the planners, starting with my Hobonichi weeks. My Hobonichi weeks I have been liking to use for the monthly to put a sticker. Just kind of there, get rid of my stickers, has no rhyme or reason. It's just to actually get rid of my stickers. I used to do it years ago, so I thought, why not? The monthlies in here I really don't use in this one. I have a Hobonichi weeks in the car and I use that more so for the calendar. So this is a new little weekly layout that I've been trying. I think this is the third week. I really like it. It's one that I am used to, I'm familiar with because I do use this type of layout numerous times in my main planning. So I am just updating all of the planners with repetitive information. I like doing that. It lets me just kind of write. It lets me use my stickers. It lets me use my things. And so I just kind of use a lot of different I use my main planner really to kind of plot down all the information. I do have a year of record planner. That is my Moleskine large. You will see that here pretty soon. But what is happening behind the scenes is I am just chilling. I am on the table just kind of decompressing. We all slept in this morning and it was very nice and much needed. I really couldn't sleep last night. I think I started taking melatonin at like 2 in the morning. And then once I took that, I think I just kind of slept all the way through until like 9. So it was really, really nice. I made some coffee. My husband had a meeting. I fed our daughter. I think I had to stop the video here because my daughter wanted some food. So yeah, I'm just kind of updating this using all of the different color pins, my little page flags. I'm using stickers and just kind of having fun. So I think I hear my son waking up. And so, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to talk throughout this whole entire video. I sped it up. It was about 28 minutes, but that's why you see me like speeding it up a little bit because I could not see myself talking for 14 minutes. But yeah, so that is what I'm doing with my Hobonichi weeks. Good morning. And putting down all of the information. I thought about maybe setting up the next week, but then I was like, no. So those are the weeks that I've been using. I haven't really been using the back. This is a spring start. So I just cross off there that I touched my weeks. In my main planner, I have what's called like plan the planner. And so I write down, whatever I'm going to use that week. So I have the weeks, I have the Moleskine large, and I have the B6 cousin. And that just allows me to remember like, hey, you do like touching those planners. You do like updating them. So just don't forget to go back and put down the information. Some might not think that's functional, but for me it is. And for me, it just provides extra writing and extra projects and extra memory keeping. And I don't know about you, but if you're in the planner community, why would you not want to do that? So yeah, I just crossed that off. But here I am in my Moleskine large. Now, this is a 2022 Moleskine that I have redated. It's from January of this year. It has all of the information all the way to current. I definitely will put this in my lineup next year. I'm just so happy that I've made it this long. Keeping up with one planner. I did do that with a Hobonichi weeks last year. I got about 9 months in it and then I just stopped. But I think the one thing I like about this is that it's bigger and I can write my normal writing, which is really big and loopy. The Hobonichi weeks, I feel like it's just not, it's just too small. I still love using it, clearly, but not to catch all of the information. Like, clearly I can catch all kinds of stuff here. Stop it. Oh my goodness. See what I'm saying? I can't even do a voiceover. So yeah, I'm doing that, and then I set up next week. Next week has a lot of different things going on, man. So my husband and I were actually talking about that in the background. We were like, man, adulting. And so, speaking of adulting, he's like, I'm gonna go play some Risk. He likes playing the Risk on the PlayStation. I think it's like the 4. And it's like a really quiet game. It's like a strategic game, and he just like attacks different things. I'm like, I just like watch him. He's in his moment, and I was like, wow, that seems pretty decompressing, just like this would be for me. So it's pretty cool. So here, and what am I doing? I really liked this week, honestly. We had a lot going on, but then towards the end of the week, my daughter and I, starting on Friday, we just kind of like binged a lot of fall shows. I wrote down on my A6 Nanami. You guys haven't seen that yet, but I wrote down a lot of different fall shows. I think it was like Casper. For me, every year, it's kind of like Casper kickstarts and Hocus Pocus. Those kind of kickstart fall for me. And fall is next week. Where we are, we have experienced like, low weather as far as like 80s, but because of the humidity, it still feels like 90s. So let's see, Casper, Stepmom, Twilight, The Craft. We didn't watch all that, but we did watch Twilight. We still have a little bit of Twilight to watch. And the last one, it's like when she changes already and she finds out that Jacob like imprinted on her daughter. So it's like we tried to stay up, but it was like 12:30 last night. We're like, okay, let's go to sleep and we'll watch the rest of it tomorrow. So we'll do that in a little bit. So here I am just kind of plotting info down. And what I did is I used all of these little page flags that I know has a color code system for my family. And then I had found some stickers that were like these little planning stickers. It was kind of cute. It was like, all of these little carts and little mild liners and little bows and little things. And I thought I could just use those to paste down the actual appointments just in case they move or something. But they're pretty set in stone, so I don't think they're going to move. So I had fun like just using my brush pen and plotting it down, and I liked it visually because when I go back, I'm like, wow, these were all of the appointments that we had this week. I think every single person had an appointment except for my younger daughter. So a really exciting one is the Houston Cougars and the Sam Houston State game. So yeah, I'm just kind of using my Fudonesco brush pen, and I'm writing down everybody's appointments and where I gotta be. Even though this stays home, me repetitively writing it in all of the different planners reminds me like, okay, we got this going on, this going on. My brain is kind of methodical like that, and it kind of remembers in list form and in stages. That makes sense. So yeah, I just decided to do that. I think moving forward, that's in this planner, that's what I'm going to definitely use is my my little flag system, which I like using. So my husband was right there. He's so cute. He lately is like, okay, I'm going to touch you. Can I hug you? And I was like so proud of him. I was like, baby, thank you for asking. Because sometimes he'll come behind me and he'll like hug me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like it startles me. It scares me. So he was like, I'm going to come. I'm going to hug you. And he's so sweet. So here I am updating my B6 cousin. You guys saw that at the beginning of the week. And I really, really enjoy this. I do. When I first opened this up this morning, I was like, oh man, I didn't plan the rest of the stuff. But that was for like 2, seconds. And then I was like, oh, but I get to write, and finish off the rest of the week. So I like doing that. So I like doing like the cousin on like a Wednesday or Thursday. So that way I could do the first half, and then I like doing it on like a Sunday. So then I can finish the second half of the week. One thing that's really daunting in the cousin is if you try to touch it every single day, it's just like, oh my gosh. For me, it bothers me because I know that I want to put way more information on the weekly. And because days haven't passed, I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. It makes sense to me. And I've noticed that those bother me. But when I touch it like midweek and end of week, it really is a joy to go in and fill in all the info because I'm back planning. I guess I should say that's the reason why, is because I use it like as a back planner. And memory keeping, same thing as I use all the things. Whereas this has just like been one that just popped up. My Moleskine large is the one that's kind of permanent there. So yeah, I'm really feeling all Sundays are my resets, and Sundays are the ones where I just go and touch all the planners and do all the things, get ready for the next week. And Saturday and Sunday is when I, get ready for the next week in my main planner. I just kind of plan out all the things. It was so funny. My Jesus Calling devotion today said, basically you can't plan all of life and expect peace. I'm like, but God, I'm not planning for peace. I'm just planning to write. But it's so true. You can't have all this control over the day and just expect that, to lean on yourself and not on him. And so, but I really loved that devotion this morning. So lastly, what I'm going to do in here is just plan out my day. And that is just me writing down things, reminders, how I expect the day to go, but on the left, I usually use it as like a loose schedule, and then I follow the day of what happens. That little middle section right there is always just for like kind of pre-planning and what I really want to do, and then I'll leave it open some to just, whatever I do throughout the day, I'll come back and touch this. But this is my main planner. This is a standard size Midori MD notebook. It has 4 weeks in it. I do monthly books. So this is my main thing. This is the one that I have been using this system for almost going on 5 years now. I have like so many books finished. And so this is one that will never leave. Like there's no way that I can ever think about taking this out of what I do. This is like the main thing. So yeah, I thought I would show you guys like what I was up to this morning. It was probably about a total of like 28 minutes, honestly, because that's what the video said. That took me to do all of these planners, and I did have some interruptions. I did cook breakfast for my daughter in between. So I think that I deserve that amount of time for myself, to where I could just decompress and just have fun. And I thought I would bring you guys along. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for your support. Thanks for really, being a subscriber. And if you're new to my channel and you like what you see, I thank you for considering to subscribe. I know that there are a lot of channels out there that, maybe are not everybody's forte. So I do appreciate the ones that really think that in some way, shape, or form I'm their forte, because I know I'm a picky person when I subscribe as well. So totally get it. But yeah, so that is it. I don't know when I end it, but oh yeah, I do put this down. I put this down for me to say, to be grateful. And it's from, who's it from? Shine Sacred Studio or Sweet Kawaii? I always get those two confused because they're very bright. So I just am putting right there, that I was grateful for a loving and affectionate husband this morning. Physical touch is not my biggest forte, but it is for him. And he was just very sweet and loving and caring. And it reminded me to be that way. So I was very grateful for it. And I'm just kind of writing that down. Thanks for watching, guys. I really, truly appreciate you guys. I am trying to get me a little thumbnail shot, so I open up all the books so I could do that. Have a great Sunday.